on, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital Envy, my GH After show. I am wearing Mickey Mouse ears because it is Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday. And if you didn't catch it, actually, these last few days, all the GH cast was wearing Mickey Mouse ears as well. Not only to celebrate his birthday, but to celebrate the fact that Disney was donating $5 for every photo taken. Yesterday was the end of it, and so I'm just wearing it for celebration today. I did participate though yesterday, so check it out if you didn't see my Instagram. But let's get into this week's show. So I'm not really going to get into Monday's What If episode of General Hospital because I discussed it on the last GH Envy. I ended up doing it on the Monday just so that I could review that episode. So if you want to know my opinions about it, check it out on the last video. I'm going to post it at the end of this video so you can click it and watch it yourselves. But I have to admit, watching the rest of the episodes this week, it was so hard to do so because Monday was really good quality. The camera work, the editing, the music, the background, the story, all of it was so good. And then jumping back to like the regular time of GH was just kind of pathetic, and it makes me mad because obviously GH are totally capable of doing amazing episodes and they just choose to phone it in all the time. And it's like, dude, if you're confident in creating that fantastic of an episode on one day, you can really do that the rest of the week if you put an effort into it, man. With that said, the rest of the week kicked off with Margot waking up and Sunny being, in the house with her. Margot is still gunning for Sunny, even after finding out the truth, which is not that surprising, but super irritating nonetheless. I mean, it's like the never-ending story, and she's not gonna get him, and we, the audience, know that she's not gonna get him, so just let her move on and be done with it. Like, I feel like Sunny's showing so much sympathy towards her, and it's kind of nice that he has compassion, but the fan of me that has watched the show for years is kind of scared because Sunny is known to sleep with DAs and law enforcement, and I feel like they could easily go that way. I mean, it would be kind of a spit in the face because they just did the Sunny and Carly 20 episodes dedicated to their history, but it's still a possibility. But don't go there, writers. Please don't go there. But yeah, this chick is still blackmailing Drew with a flash drive, and I'm just so over it at this point. Even Drew is over it. But I have to, on another note, talk about Drew for a second because he gave Jordan and Curtis a honeymoon to Fiji, and that was so sweet. I love the BFF combination of Curtis and Drew. I wish they showed them more, and it sucks that he's not going to be at the wedding, but I understand why. But I just love those two. I wanted them to kind of lead GH, and they're kind of both falling on the back burn lately, which kind of sucks. Get it together, writers! We gotta talk about Drew and Kim's son, Oscar. Of course, he's still going through his illness and still going through with being emancipated. Alexis is sneakily trying to convince him not to do this anymore by showing him just how hard it is to be an adult. But she's really, bringing it in and kind of exaggerating everything. Julian noticed, and he's just like, hey, I see you, Alexis. And Alexis is like, I don't know what you're talking about, but she's doing it. And I kind of figured that she would anyway. I know that she really wants him to get that trial run done. I just feel like where she's coming from is that she wants him to make that choice to do so himself, because that's all he really wanted to do in the first place. And I think that he will actually do it, whether it's Jocelyn convincing him when she finds out, or just Monica convincing him, because she seems to be going into his ear this week. Hopefully he tries to do the trial, because I want this storyline finished as well. Jocelyn and Cameron are still pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend. A couple weeks back, Kim saw that they were, together, and now Oscar realizes that they are getting close, and Cameron's not hiding the fact that they're getting close and saying that he will pursue her if it goes that way. Come on, Oscar, fight for your girl, get her back, and just tell her the damn truth already. Now let's talk about Cameron's little brother, Hayden. As you guys know, he is going through some hard times, but we didn't really know what it was until this week. It's not as deep as a lot of us were speculating. He's not questioning his identity. He's not, wondering if he's female or not on the inside. What it is that he's being bullied, and he's being bullied by none other than his cousin, Charlotte. I'm not surprised that Charlotte is a bully. She's kind of been a brat this entire time and really been spoiled by all of her parents, Lulu, Valentine, and Nina. They all spoil her to death. We've seen her throw tantrums in the past. We've seen her say really rude things to adults, and it's just continuing, and it really progressed into bullying towards her cousin Aiden because he's a shy guy, and it's just making things worse for Aiden. And of course Willow, his teacher, Miss Tate, is trying to resolve this without sort of letting the parents know who the bully is or who the bullied is, and that's gonna be messy since they're related in a lot of ways. But it's just awkward. I mean, Valentine and Lulu were trying to listen to Miss Tate, and Nina was really arguing with Miss Tate, and she was very hurt because obviously she brought up the fact that she doesn't have kids, and we know that there is something going on with Miss Tate and perhaps having a kid of her own in the past. So it was really hurting her. But man, seeing Nina, I was really surprised by that. You know, I thought that she'd want to get to the bottom of it too, but she seems to be the one that's really pushing Charlotte to be assertive as she is, which is not wrong. I mean, she has every right to fight for what she wants. She just needs to learn to have tact and just to be nice to her fellow peers and to adults. She needs to be polite and respectful. I wonder what Elizabeth and Lulu's reaction will be once they discover that Aiden is the bullied and Charlotte is the bullier, because it'll be some interesting family drama. I mean, Laura suggested to Elizabeth this week as well that perhaps she get Lucky in on this, and I freaked out because I want Lucky back so bad, if only for him to come back and claim his son and just take him away, or at least, you know, get Franco away from Elizabeth and have them do their actual good love story together. I mean, you know, teenage years, adulthood. Yes, there was a lot of hurt between them, but you know, Lucky's been battling his demons for the last several years, and it's about time he comes home to Port Charles. I mean, I'd love Jonathan Jackson to play him again. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'll settle with any Lucky at this point, except Jacob Young. I'll settle for Greg Vaughn or a different recast as long as he's good, but not Jacob Young. By the way, one of the adults that Charlotte was being mean to was Dr. Finn. They were having career day in his class, and Chase was there, and Lulu was there for a bit, and Stella was there, and Michael was there. They all did great. Finn not so much, and she really made fun of Finn and even called him a bird, or said that he looked like a bird. Way out of line, Charlotte. That's just rude. Let's talk about Finn for a second, because I'm finally interested in something that's happening with the character, and that's that he got a message from Hayden Barnes. I miss Hayden so much. I loved Finn and Hayden. I was pleasantly surprised by their chemistry and their relationship. I am not a fan of Finn and Anna, you guys, so seeing this letter come in from Hayden really got me excited. I don't think she's coming back to the show. I mean, maybe she will for the one episode. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. We know that they've got some things to resolve, including the fact that she has a baby by him, and he believes that that baby is gone because she told him that she miscarried. Maybe this will be the time that he finds out he does have a kid. Either way, what I want as a biased fan is Finn and Hayden to get back together, because Finn and Anna honestly bore me, which sucks because I love the character of Finn and I love Anna. I just don't love them together. It just doesn't work for me, man. Oof, fingers crossed that we see Hayden at least once. I just miss her. I miss you so much, Hayden. Come back to the show. Alright, now let's switch things up and talk about Kiki, Griffin, and Sasha for a second. As you guys know, a couple weeks back, Sasha was very flirtatious towards Griffin, and Kiki was not happy about that. But to be fair, Sasha was under the impression that they were just kind of a friends with benefits, so thought it was okay to flirt. However, Kiki corrected her, and Sasha realized that she was kind of played by Ava. Sasha surprisingly went to Ava and called her out on it and told her to back off. And Ava decided that she'd do another plan with Sasha, and that is to drug her. I don't know what's going to come from that, but it can't be good. To be honest, I don't really know whether to invest in Sasha or not. I mean, I know, we all know, that she isn't really Nina's daughter, so she really has no ties to Port Charles as far as we know. And like, she's almost rootable. She's clearly a gray character, but you know, she's got some morals, obviously. I feel like she's gonna go away as soon as the reveal happens that she's not her daughter to Nina and to the rest of, you know, the family involved. But you know, the writers have to like make Valentine look good for as long as possible and keep things under the rug. This is probably gonna be one of them for at least a while. I'm just so over it. But Laura, I think she might be the one to reveal it, hopefully. I like when Laura gets the best of Valentine, so it would make my day for sure. Alright, now let's talk about Mary Pat. The PCPD have finally ruled Carly out as a suspect, but they are desperate to find out who the killer is. So desperate that they've gone to Franco for advice because, you know, his past as a serial killer. And then they went to Kevin, which would make sense if Kevin wasn't Ryan, but Kevin was really good at playing this game. I feel like the fact that Ryan wants to be famous for his murders and his legacy is going to get the better of him, and it's going to let everyone figure out that Ryan is alive. Honestly, I don't think Ryan cares if he gets caught or not. He just wants to be famous and known for his legacy for as long as humanly possible. He's probably going to laugh when he gets caught, but I feel like that's what's going to end up working out of his favor, or not in his favor at all, because that's what's going to get him caught, whether it's by Laura or the PCPD or anyone trying to solve it. Although I feel like Ava will be the first to know Ryan's identity because he's obsessed with her now. By the way, I haven't really mentioned this in any of my GHMVs lately, but I'm kind of bummed that Ryan has seemed to move on from Felicia, because I was excited that Felicia was finally getting a story, but now that his obsession has moved to Ava, it's like, there goes the veteran part of the story. Like, I mean, Laura's obviously still going to be involved because it's Kevin and Ryan, but like, Felicia, he's leaving her alone now, so we're not going to see her as much, which is kind of a bummer. Alright, so like I mentioned, I was not thrilled with GH this week. I mean, after Monday's show where we got to see such good quality, not only in the storytelling, the writing, but the acting as well, the producing, the camera work, and background music, everything was so good, and then everything just went back to crap. And that just made it hard to watch. Like, I was not really paying attention this week because I was just like bored with it, and it's really sad because we obviously know that they're capable of doing great work, and then they just kind of phone it in for the rest of the week. And like, we're in sweeps as well. Like, it should be exciting consistently all the time, but they're doing this like bizarre like fluff stuff that should be going on throughout the rest of the year. I mean, I feel like I heard somewhere that they are kind of doing away with sweeps, but I feel like having the sweeps months, which is November, February, May, and August, like, it gives the show a bit more structure. I just don't get why they don't bring the consistency for the rest of the show. Like, y'all can do it. Just put the effort in every day. What did you guys think of the episode? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next week.